Good evening, my dear students, parents, and my dear teachers. So I would welcome you all for this wonderful session. So we will wait for a couple of minutes. Just 2 more minutes, we'll wait. So slowly participants are joining one by one. Thank you for your kind cooperation. So thank you for your kind patience.
John sir, see the chat box, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So Indipa ma'am, now you are the host, ma'am. So you can able to share the slides now. Yes, ma'am. Now the screen is visible, ma'am.
Screen is visible. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So if you again make me as a host so that I can assist you, ma'am.
Given the right, sir.
Oh, yes, ma'am. John, sir. John Pradeep, sir. So good evening, my dear students, friends, and my dear parents. Happy good evening. So slowly participants are joining one another one. So we'll last 1 minute. We'll wait for last 1 minute. Then we'll start the session. So thank you so much for your kind cooperation. Okay, ma'am. Shall we start, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah,
We can go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So good evening, everyone. Respected advisor, ma'am. My dear teachers, my dear students, everyone, good evening, everyone. So I welcome you for this wonderful session. So here, our eminent speaker, Ms. Deepa, Mrs. Deepa. She is from International Education Specialist and very much experts in overseas education. So even though in her busy schedule, Madam is here with us to explain us, to enlighten your career in overseas abroad education. So once again, I welcome you, ma'am. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation. And my sincere thanks to our advisor, ma'am, beloved Dr. Premlada, ma'am. So ma'am is really backbone for us this wonderful program. I thank you, Ms. Dr. Advisor, our advisor Premlada, ma'am. Ma'am, now we can take over the session, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. And good evening, my dear students, and thanks for joining in for the session. I think this is a weekend and you would all like to enjoy your weekend, but career is more important. So I will not take you, much of your time. So we will start with the session as soon as possible. So I am from IDP Education. I'm Deepa Srinivasan, the branch head of IDP Education Coimbatore. And IDP is an international education specialist dealing with IELTS examinations, as well as we also place students abroad for their higher education. So it's for the bachelor's, master's, as well as the PhD programs. We do help the students study abroad and get into jobs abroad also as well. So you must have all heard about IELTS examination. So IELTS is nothing but the English language examination, which is called as the International English Language Testing System. And this is conducted by IDP as well as British Council. But now in India, IDP has taken over British Council. So it is the only body which conducts the examination. So IDP alone conducts the IELTS examination in India. So over to the session. So as I said, why you need to go abroad for studies. So we will be explaining these contents in the following slides. Why you need to study abroad, what are the questions you would have relatively, who IDP education is, as well as the popular destinations we do deal with, and how we can help you out with the application, the visa process, as well as the accommodations and all sorts of help which the student prefers to have while they're studying abroad. So these are the contents we are going through. So why you should study abroad? Many people will have this question. Why, if there are institutions in India, why do we select institutions abroad? Basically, three things to be noted. One thing is the students' exposure towards other foreign countries, because relatively they are highly developed nations, and the infrastructure, the education system, the culture, the lifestyle, everything differs from India. So if you want to enhance your lifestyle as well as your knowledge base, the skill set, everything, one would explore to study abroad. And not only that, to settle down also. Some people would like to settle down in foreign countries, which will be a pathway to settling down. So this is one particular feature why people look forward to study abroad and settle down abroad itself. And third would be the lifestyle. As I said, it will be a multicultural lifestyle with many people around, and you will be having a very peaceful and a good life setting, which is will give you an contentment for the future also. And most importantly, the return of investment. So whatever you invested in your studies, you can take back that in return of investment, as well as you can earn for your future also. So these things make people look forward to study abroad and settle down abroad also as well. Or else if you want to come back to India also, you will have a very good global exposure which you can embank on in Indian culture as well. So just a short video about what I said now. So usually when you start off thinking about studying in foreign countries, most importantly, you will have certain questions in your mind. What are the questions usually put forth by the students? One thing is, what will I be studying in those countries? What courses are available? What will be the universities which I can choose from? Will it be ranking? Will the courses be accredited? Will the courses be recognized in India? So these are the questions. And not only that, the cost of education, the food, the culture. So all these questions will come into your mind when you think of going to another country for studying. And this session will answer you the entire questions which you put forward. And many people will also look forward to understand about the scholarships, the post-study work rights. After you finishing your course, what will be the post-study work rights? You will be allowed to stay back in the country and work. And if I'm going to settle in the country, will I get a permanent residency? So all these questions will be asked by the students. So we will be answering all these questions in this session. So be with us throughout the session so that you will get all your questions clarified. And not only that, you can also put forth your questions at the end of the session, which will clarify others' doubts also. As I said, who we are, IDP Education. I just wanted to just give a recap of what is IDP Education. We are a global leader in international education services, serving the students to go abroad for studies. We have around 120 plus offices in over 30 countries. So we are globally present. Wherever in the globe, you can find an IDP office over there. And partner to over 700 leading institutions of educations, abroad. This is just a number, but we'll have more education institutions coming into our portfolio. And we have 1,000 plus counselors in RPT in India itself. And we are listed in the Australian Stock Exchange, which makes us very, very credible. And we are also owned by 50% of Australian universities. So 50% share of IDP is owned by Australian universities and 50% with the IDP Ielts. And we have placed around 5 lakh students in the last 50 years. So that means we place every 14 minutes one student, and into those countries like Australia, Canada, US, UK, New Zealand, and Ireland. And it could be you also. So over to the session, a quicker update. Okay, fine. Once your thought of studying abroad, many people will think, okay, my brother is there, my cousin is there, my friend is there, so I want to go to this country. Please do not select the country just because somebody is already studying there. One thing most importantly to be noticed is the economy of the country. The country has job opportunities for a particular course you're selecting. So that is very, very important in selecting a country. So please sit with counselors, certified counselors. They will help you out with selecting the best country of your choice, because the course is very, very important which you're going to take. And also to that, you should understand whether this country has a very good economy to support the course structure which you're going to study over there, and also get an employment post your studies in the country so that you can be able to get a return of investment of what you have spent over there. And next would be selecting the university. Usually when you go to select a university, the thing is which comes into mind is the ranking system. Yes, the rankings are there for most of the popular university, but also think about the subject which you're going to choose, because certain subjects, subject-wise universities are highly ranked based on their subjects. So that is also very, very important. For example, if you say medicine in UK, usually people would think it will be Oxford and Cambridge. No, it's University of Dundee, Swansea University, which are very good for medicine courses in the UK. So likewise, there is a subject-wise ranking for the universities also. And next would be, once you select the course, the country, next will be the university selection. So this university selection is very, very important. So we can also help you with the university selections if you are, approaching us for the selection of university or a country or a, course also as well. So once you're selected with these three things, next would be to take the admission test. So many people would be worried what all tests I have to be I would take to go abroad for studies. Don't worry, it's not like multiple tests like the NEET, like the IIT examinations and all. It will not be very, very bothering you. One thing is the English language examination you have to take, which satisfies the university that you come from a different language speaking country, yet you know an English language, a proficient English language. So for that, you need to crack the IELTS examination alone. So IELTS is the only examination you need to crack for almost all the countries. for except US, you need to also give a SAT examination. It's a scholarship assessment test. Not to worry, it gives you a scholarship based on the your scores which you have got in the SAT examination. And also you can get into a topmost US university if you have a very good SAT score. But since it's this pandemic, many of the universities luckily have waived off the SAT examination also. So you can get in touch with us so that we can help you out with the waiver of universities, so that it will be easy for you to not to sit for a SAT examination also, in case if you have not taken a SAT. So the only examination which is very, very important is the IELTS examination. And about GRE and GMAT, because you are going for a bachelor's degree, it doesn't matter for you, because that is only important for the master's students, the postgraduate students who are going for post-graduation in the countries. So next would be to submit the application. So once you have taken the test, you need to submit the application to the university. So many countries do not expect you to submit the test before the application submission itself. So because some universities and some countries do give a relaxation to submit the IELTS score later after your application process as well, except for Canada, because Canada and US, we need to submit the IELTS score at the submission of application itself. So what are the documents you need to submit to the university? This is very, very important, because a submission of application has to have a complete set of documents. The basic documents which the university requires are your 10th scorecard, which is already with you, a passport copy, a valid passport copy, meaning the validity of the passport should be, cover the, the year of you entering the country. Because usually during the undergraduation, you will have a change of passport. That is, your age might be around 16 to 17. So wherein you need to change your passport at that stage. So it might not be valid. So you need to check the validity of the passport, which is very, very mandatory during the submission process. Next is your letter of recommendation from your school. So your school teacher or the principal should give a letter of recommendation. So which means they have to recommend you to that particular university. So that is a, it has to be in the letterhead of the school. So we have models of letter of recommendation. You can also get in touch with us to get the letter of recommendation models. And next would be the fourth document would be the statement of purpose. Why I need to go abroad for a study of a purpose. So you need to mention that as an essay in a 1.5 page document to satisfy the university why you have chosen this university to go and study, and what will be your future accomplishments after your studies. So this would be a 1.5 page essay which you need to submit to the university. So the fifth important thing is, some universities might go ahead and ask for a predicted scorecard, because you are on the 12th standard. They will ask for a predicted scorecard also of the 12th marks, so which can be provided by your school. So these are the 5 essential documents which you need to submit to the university for an application purpose for an undergraduate study. So hope you are clear about the documentation. So if in case you have any doubts, you can get in touch with us also as well. So after submitting the application form with all the documents, because it's almost all the universities have an online application platform. So once you submit it, the university will acknowledge you about the receipt of the application, and they'll start issuing the offers. So at least apply to 5 to 6 university, which can be 3 can be a dream university and 3 can be a reach university, meaning dream university maybe the ranking and your favorite universities, and 3 can be the universities which you will really get into based on your marks academics. So if in case IELTS has to be submitted at the application stage, you need to submit, or else you can submit the IELTS score later on after the application submission also. So once you receive a acceptance, that will be an offer letter from the university stating a conditional offer, because you would still be giving the IELTS examination and the 12th examination. So the conditional offer would certify that you need to submit your IELTS score as well as the 12th mark sheet also. So that is very, very mandatory. So the conditional will be, conditions have to be satisfied, and then you get an unconditional offer in the month of May, June. So once you get an unconditional offer, you can pay accept the offer, pay the deposits of the university, whichever university, they will mention a deposit amount. You need to pay the deposit amount to the university, get a visa letter from the university. So once you get a visa letter, you need to apply the visa with the financial documents, affidavits, etc., which we will be helping you with. And once the visa application is done, some countries would ask you to appear for a visa interview. So which is a sixth step, which is very, very important, because US as well as certain countries like New Zealand, UK, yes, they might give you a call for the visa interview. So for that also, we prepare our students. And then once you get the decision from the High Commission, you are set to fly abroad for your studies. So the seventh step would be to prepare yourself. That is getting the insurance, accommodation, getting the financials done, and all these things, and about how to travel abroad, how you need to keep yourselves there. So all these things will be educated by our counselors on preparing you to study abroad. So these are the 7 steps which you need to adhere to while applying to the university and studying there. So what are the services done by IDP throughout the processes? Yes, we do help you with the course and university selection, the application submission to the university, offer acceptance to the university from your end, and visa counseling to the students on how to apply the visa. We will do the visa application also. In fact, IDP has visa logins, so we can apply from our end for countries like Australia and New Zealand. For US and UK, you need to appear in self in the visa embassy, as well as for Canada, we also have a online platform. Sorry. Next would be the pre-departure orientation. So these are the services given by the IDP, and all the services by IDP are free of cost. So some universities application fee also gets waived off with IDP, because we are co-owned by Australian universities, as well as some US universities also give an application fee waiver to IDP students. You can make use of it. So next to what destination to choose. So I'm a bit faster, but hope you people are able to understand. So in case if you're not able to understand, please keep your questions toward the end of the session. So the popular destinations which the students look forward to study are Australia, US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, and Ireland. These are the 6 English-speaking countries, because you will not have a long language constraint in these countries. So that's the main reason IDP has tied up with these universities. And the top reasons to study in Australia are, why Australia? Thing is, Australia is a very big country with a lesser population rate, meaning when there is a lesser population with a great country area, it means there's a lot of opportunities, but then the population is very much limited. So the demand is huge, but the supply is less. So people look forward to settle down in Australia with the opportunities existing in Australian country. So the statistics says that Australia welcomed more than 6 lakh foreign students in 2018. 8 Australian universities are among the top 150 universities in the world, meaning they are the top universities of Australia. They are called as the group of 8 universities in Australia. So they are like the Ivy League universities in the US. And these 8 universities, namely Monash University, University of Melbourne, Australian National University, University of Sydney, University of New South Wales. These are all top universities in Australia. And also it ranks as one of the most international student destinations in the world. So looking at the lifestyle, the livable country, cities in Australia, many people look forward to settle in a country like Australia because of the climatic condition also. And they also adapt the education, Indian education system, like 10 plus 2 plus 3, whereas some countries like Germany, they would require a 10 plus 3 years for a bachelor's program. Whereas for a bachelor's program in Australia, 10 plus 2 years, that is plus 2 is enough for the Australian education system. Ample scholarships opportunities are there with the Indian students. Our students, in fact, have got around 50 to 100% scholarships, and some of the universities go ahead and directly giving a 25% scholarship based on your academic performance. And together with the scholarships and all, they offer a part-time job opportunity in Australia, because you can work 20 hours per week during your course. So when the course is in session, any student who is pursuing the course can work for 20 hours per week and earn the money. So that is very much possible in Australia. And together with that, once you finish your study of your bachelor's over there, you can stay back in the country. Stay back in the country up to 5 years and work over there. Up to 5 years, meaning if you're studying in a city like Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane, you can stay up to 3 years. And if you're studying in a city like Adelaide or Perth, you can stay up to 4 years after your studies. And if you're studying in a city like Darwin, then you can stay up to 5 years in Australia, which will also enable you to apply for a permanent residency over there. Which means if you have a PR in Australia, you need not apply visa every time you go to Australia. And also you can apply for a citizenship post the PR as well. So that is also highly possible with Australia. Next, the qualification are highly globally recognized, and they are equivalent to our Indian system as well as the international education systems. The affordability, safe and multicultural environment in Australia makes it very, very comfortable for the students to go and settle down also there. And Australian cities boast a high standard of living. So in recent tables which shows that Australia, the best livable cities, yes, Australian cities, were in the top 10 in the world. So which is very, very, welcoming feature for many students to settle down there as well. And the statistics also says that around 200 nationalities study there. It makes it multicultural, and you can network with many people around the world. If you're going for business studies, yes, this networking will earn you a lot of opportunities in your future. So next would be US. Many people would be, it would be a dream destination because US always has been a favorite destination. And after Biden has come into power, many students are looking forward to study in the US because of the opportunities existing there. And not only that, all the Fortune 500 companies around the world, they have their headquarters in the US. So which means that a lot of employment opportunities in these Fortune 500 companies. And together with that, these Fortune 500 companies also have the other companies together with them. So which makes employment quite possible in the US. And together with that, the country also is very, very huge. It has 6 time zones, which means US is a vast area for you to go and explore there, the opportunities of studies as well as employment. And it has highest rated universities in the world. If you see the top 10 universities, US universities like the Harvard, Stanford, Massachusetts fall in the top 3. So, and the courses also are tailor-made. So meaning that you can choose your courses, the modules, the electives, the professors, the classes, everything would be up to your choice. The universities also emphasize on real world solving issues. That is, they'll not be more theoretical, it will be more practical way of approach on the value-based learning as well. And the career opportunities, yes, as US is concerned, there are a lot many career opportunities for most of the STEM subjects. That is meaning science, technology, engineering, and mathematics come under the STEM category, which makes you quite popular among the US employers to get into a job easily. And many US schools also offer research and internship opportunities. Usually the UG programs are inbuilt with internship opportunity. That is, during the studies itself, you will be put into a company for working, which will make you more, job ready, and you can also get into a hands-on experience in the job also as well. So this is a very welcoming feature for many students because internship based learning is very, very rare with many countries and many universities. And diverse experience, yes, US also boasts of lot of culture people coming and studying over there. So that's also a multicultural country. And you can travel into a vast area. There's a big since it's a big country, you have very good tourist attractions also as well. And the campuses are huge with a lot of supporting staff. So in case if you feel that there is a problem with your studying, or you're feeling that you're a bit of homesick and all those kind of stuff, there will be people to help around. And there are a lot of supportive staff also with the US universities. And yes, because of the multicultural environment, yes, you can have a lot of networking with all the people over there in the US. Next would be the UK, because UK always, when you see, we follow the British pattern of education. So UK, when you think of education itself, UK stands as a first option for most of the students. And the universities are strongly featured in the world rankings. Like if you see University College, University College London, UCL, the Imperial College London, which are all very, very famous universities. Not only that, the Cambridge, Oxford, all these universities are on the top 10 of the world ranking list. And UK's top 10 universities are also featured in the top 100 listings of the world. And internationally recognized universities, as you say, the name of the university is quite popular among all the students, and the qualification also very well recognized. And the engineering courses are just 3 years in the UK. It's comparative to other countries which are 4 years. UK has a 3-year engineering program with an internship of 1 year inbuilt with them. So, and there is also a sandwich program which will be a master's of engineering, which is like 4 years of studies and 1 year of internship. So within 5 years, you get a master's also in the UK. So that is one other feature with UK universities, which is very, very peculiar. And this is only for the England, Wales, and the Northern Ireland University. Scotland has still 4 years of undergraduation for engineers. Then strong research infrastructure. Yes, when you think about UK, most of the students say about the research happening there, because many people look forward to do a lot of research in the UK. So that's the main reason the UK universities are called as a Russell Group of University, research-based universities. And there is a lot of scholarship and financial support available with the university. And last year we have got around 2 students who got 100% scholarship with the UK universities. In Coimbatore office itself. The multicultural experience, yes, many country students come and study in the UK, and they also have a lot of financial support and scholarships for international students, especially because you'll be hearing about the Commonwealth Scholarship, the Chevening Scholarship, and these scholarships are highly, highly valuable. They cover your tuition fee, your living expenses, as well as your airfare even. So that is how the support of scholarship would be for the UK university, with the UK universities. And they, as I said, yes, I think the Zoom link would be expiring, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we can end this, and again we will join back immediately to the session, ma'am.
Sure, sir. I will stop with UK now. I'll be finishing with UK, sir. Then we will stop. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the latest research framework says that 30% of the research are world leading and 46% are internationally excellent. So for the other destinations, we will join back because they are very, very popular among the students. I'll stop this sharing, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So my dear students and teachers, respected teachers, kindly you can leave the meeting now and immediately join back to the same link. I'm expecting your kind cooperation. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. So once again, welcome for the session, my dear students and teachers, parents. So thank you for your kind cooperation. Ma'am, now again I make you as a co-host, ma'am, so you can share the screen. And then later I will climb back the host, ma'am.
I'll do that.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So now you are the host, ma'am, so you can share the
sharing now. So I'll make you the host again, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So Ma'am, couple of minutes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. No
Again,
issues. Wait.
participants are joining that now, ma'am. Sorry for the inconvenience, my dear students, parents, and teachers. So thank you so much for your kind cooperation and curiosity towards overseas education. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am, you can, ma'am.
Should I continue? Because
Yes, ma'am.
we'll wait for some more time.
You can continue, ma'am. They are joining, ma'am, now one by one.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
So sorry for the inconvenience again. So we have stopped with UK and we'll start with Canada destination. Yes, Canada is supposed to be a very, very favorite destination among the students of late, because one reason is they give a faster PR, permanent residency. Next is the affordability of the education system. I would say it's very, very cheaper compared to other countries. And the return of investment usually the student takes back during his education itself. So that is one particular feature why Canadian universities close up their application very, very sooner, because they get filled up faster. So Canada, they're also known for their research and innovation across the world. One thing about Canada is their health system. They have the best health system in the world, which makes it quite affordable, and also the best healthcare system in the world, I would say. Can I ask everybody to mute your mic, please? Dharnesh, can you mute yourself? Dharnesh, can you mute yourself? Okay, thank you. So the quality of education also is very, very high, and tuition fee is very, very affordable. That is the education system, the fees per year would be around 8 to 12 lakhs. So based on which university you select, and the return of investment is also quite huge with Canadian education system. And the wide range of specialized courses. Yes, from plumbing to PhDs, you name the course, you have it in Canada. So there's a variety of courses to study from. And the cultural diversity, which also is very, very huge, because many country people come and study in Canada. And usually the students yearn while they learn. The part-time job opportunities are in plenty, as well as the post-study work opportunities extended up to 3 years. So usually within the 3 years, they apply for a permanent residency and get a PR also. And ample scholarship programs and internship options. Yes, they have a undergraduate study called co-op placements, wherein you get placed during your undergraduation itself. That is, the co-op allows you to work in the industry during your undergraduation. So 1 year you study, 6 months you work in a industry, and then next 1 year you study. So that's how the co-op gives you a job opportunity while you work, while you learn. Post-study work opportunity, as I said, it's 3 years post your studies in Canada. And it almost is a second home for most of the students, because they settle down there very well. And once you get a Canadian citizenship, it is easy to migrate to the US also and work, because US citizenship takes a longer while to get into. So, but then usually this shortcut which the students take is get a Canadian citizenship, work in the US, because with the Canadian passport, you are allowed to go to the US and work over there also as well. So next is New Zealand. Many people would think, is New Zealand a study destination? Yes, it's a very beautiful as well as a very peaceful country, which allows students to study over there and also stay over there and also settle over there. So New Zealand has 8 universities, and all the 8 universities are very popular, and they have the best growing infrastructure in them. So civil engineers are in demand in the country, and not only that, it's a tourist attraction destination. So people who are very much interested in hotel management, tourism, etc., they also get a very good job opportunities over there. And it's also centrally managed by quality assurance system. Like how we have an AICT in place to govern the engineering colleges and NBA and all these accreditations. New Zealand has like NZQA, New Zealand Assurance Body, which assures that the universities are timely updated with the latest enhancements in the subjects. So that makes it quite popular with many of the students to study in New Zealand and settle down out there. And there are a lot of scholarship opportunity with international students, and the fees is also quite affordable like Canada. Also have diploma programs as well as master's programs and bachelor's programs, and you can earn while you learn. That is, you can do a part-time job. You can also work there's also a post-study work opportunity up to 3 years after your studies, finishing your studies. New Zealand has a peculiar system of education wherein they call it as levels of education. So this is very peculiar only in New Zealand. So if in case you want to you do not want to do a direct bachelor's, you can just enter into a diploma program, which is a 1-year program, and then you can step down and you can stay back in the country for a while, work there. And if you want to still further proceed to the bachelor's degree, yes, the next year would be the advanced diploma. You can go into the advanced diploma program. It's a credits based system. So you earn the credits in the diploma and transfer it to the advanced diploma and then go for the bachelor's level program. That is, within 3 years, you can step down, work, and then step up also. So that is a convenience given by New Zealand University and the country. So which allows you to take a a break and then go forward to work also during your studies. So that is a peculiar feature with New Zealand universities. Next is about the post-study work opportunities. Is up to 3 years it's allowed, and there is a very great package for PhD students. So PhD, it's a very, very affordable thing, like 4 lakhs only it costs per year for a PhD student in New Zealand. And as I said, it's the second peaceful country in the world. So mostly girl students look forward to study in a country like that. And it's also very beautiful than Switzerland even. So that's how they describe New Zealand as. And a diverse and vibrant multicultural society they have. So next would be Ireland. Why Ireland? Ireland is a small country near the UK. And why Ireland is because most of the Fortune 500 companies which have an headquarters in the US have an European headquarters in Ireland, because Ireland has a lesser taxation. So each country has a specific feature to look around. So that's the main reason I told you in the first part of the session itself, to look into why this country and then decide about the country. So when you think about Ireland, because Ireland, the taxation is it's very, very less, and that's the main reason many Fortune 500 companies have an European headquarters in Ireland. And it's also an historical hub of innovative thinking, because the urban lifestyle as well as the countryside together exist coexist actually, I would say, because usually when you see a urban lifestyle, you will not see a countryside together with that, but Ireland has both things in together with them. So that is one particular feature why people settle in a country like Ireland also. And as I said, it is headquartered to many of the biggest companies in the world. So the job opportunities are in plenty, and they have the best universities also, like the University College Dublin and Trinity College Dublin. So these are all very reputed university. Getting into these universities is quite cumbersome as well as very, very competitive. So we need to apply at least 1 year before the course start date itself. So if you're going for the September 2022 intake, we should have now made the application. The application is almost closed for September 2022. It is only open for the September 2023 now. So universities and colleges form the top 1% of research institutes in the world, and an extensive selection of courses. Yes, there are a lot of courses to be taught in Ireland. Most preferably, the computer science students and bio-related students look forward for Ireland as a destination because of the large number of job opportunities available for them. So the fee structure is as follows. You can also take a snapshot of it. Usually the fee structure is between 7 to 15 lakhs based on which country you're going to study per year. But do not worry, you can work and get the return of investment also, because if you work in those countries, you can work during your studies also part-time, as well as in the post-study work opportunity, you can work full-time. So usually the earning capacity of a student is usually around 80,000 to 1 lakh INR during their part-time job opportunities itself per month. I'm telling you, per month it's 80,000 to 1 lakh based on which job you are taking during your part-time job. So usually when you finish your courses, you can still work during your post-study work opportunity, which will be 40 hours per week, and that will be doubled actually. So usually the students take back the return of investment, whatever they they invested on their studies there. So next would be, how will I choose the right university and the right destination? Yes, it's a very, very big decision. So keep in touch with us. We will be throughout with you through the application and admission processes. And many people will be asking, if I miss the September intake, what will be the next intake available? Yes, unlike India, we have 3 intakes with most of the countries and universities. So the fall or the September intake is a popular intake with most of the university. For that, at least 8 months before that, you need to apply. And next would be, if in case you miss the fall intake, the spring is always available, which is a January or February intake. And very few universities and countries have a summer intake, which falls in the month of April or May. That is, you start your studies in these 3 months. That's what it means. So if you miss one intake also, you preferably have 2 intakes to go through. And when should I apply? Yes, at least 8 to 10 months before your post-start date. So once you finish your studies here, if you're in the 2022 batch of 12th, then you should have applied almost now. But then even now, some of the universities are open for application. So please get in touch with us. For that, we will be able to help you with the open universities and courses. So these are the 5 steps, like shortlisting the university, taking admission test, preparing the application file, receiving university assessment, and offer acceptance and visa formalities. So the English language test, what are the English language tests to be taken? IELTS is a popular English language test accepted by all the countries. TOEFL is an alternative to IELTS, but it's accepted only in the US and few universities in Australia and New Zealand. So better to take IELTS because internationally recognized. And SAT is required only for the US universities, not for other countries. So IELTS is just an English language examination. I'll just brief you about IELTS examination. What is IELTS? It is an international English language testing system, the world's most popular language test. It opens doors for academic as well as professional, meaning if you're going for a study purpose, you need to write an academic IELTS. If you're going for a job purpose, like a permanent residency or an on-site, you need to go for a general IELTS examination. And it's available in the pen and paper as well as computer delivered. We have centers in Coimbatore for conducting IELTS examination. Every month we conduct thrice in Coimbatore. So you can get in touch with our IELTS, IDP website. You can also see when it is conducted. And we are the pioneer for English language examination. We usually test on reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So these are the 4 modules which are tested. And it's also accepted in 10,000 organizations in 140 countries. And every year there are 3 million test takers, and only English language tests available both paper as well as on computer. So over to a short video on the testimony of a student.
I'm sorry for the interruption, ma'am. So, ma'am, it is not audible, ma'am.
It's not audible, is it? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I will stop the video maybe. So it's just a testimony of a student.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can also book a free counseling session with us. We are also available on a Zoom link throughout the day. And we also have a physical presence in Coimbatore and Trichy. So you can just visit our nearest IDP office also. And we are also available on the social networking platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as LinkedIn and YouTube. You can just go through our videos there. And this is a office address, as well as a Zoom link of our office. And my phone number, mobile number is also there, which is 90036 and 70036. You can get in touch with me also as well for further doubts or clarification. And visit our website, you get a lot of information. And we do have a live app, actually, Study Abroad app. So you can just download that for further informations to know about the courses, the universities, etc., which will be a real-time experience for you to understand what are the application opening deadlines and all those stuff. So this would be, thank you. That is the end of the session. Thanks a lot. Over to the questions. I'll stop my sharing.
Thank you so much.
So,
thank you, ma'am.
My colleague, Mr. Dinesh, has shared a link, a feedback link with you. So feel free to fill it up so that we will understand how the session was. It will be an informative session for, information for us, as well as if in case you need further information also, you can feel free to get in touch with us. So just request you to fill the feedback form. Any questions, please come forward to ask.
Yes, students, do you have any queries you can ask with ma'am? Ma'am is here.
Any doubts, like when you need to write your IELTS examination or something like that, you can just please put forth it. Or you can chat in the chat box also as well.
Good evening, ma'am. I missed the initial session. I joined later. Ma'am, still the TOEFL exams and all persist, or can you share something
sir,
on TOEFL, ma'am?
No, TOEFL persists, but the only thing is TOEFL is not accepted widely among many universities in the UK, actually. So that's the main reason we asked them to go for an IELTS examination. And TOEFL persists, sir. It's there. It's conducted.
Like TOEFL in IELTS, what is the minimum scoring, or what is the passing eligibility like that, ma'am?
So usually 90 is the TOEFL score which is required for a good university, sir. But then there are, as I said, the modules. When you see at the modules, you need to have, at least 85 to 90 in each of the modules, sir.
Like reading, writing, and spoken skills.
Yes, sir. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking are the 4 modules available.
Okay. If one, is it possible to clear section by section, or one has to go for all the 4 modules at one time, ma'am?
Sir, usually the if you think of, say, ask about IELTS, one.
So basically, sir, I just want to add up this question. There is no pass or fail this examination. Basically, out of 9, you have to score 6.5 out of 9. That is a minimum band, and not less than 6 in each bands. That is a requirement, actually.
The IELTS requirement, actually. So 4 modules will not be held on the same day, sir. Speaking will be held on a different day.
Noted, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Is there any queries, my dear students?
What will be the fee structure, ma'am, per exam or per module?
Sir?
What will be the fee structure per module?
Fees, for IELTS fees is around 15,500, sir, for for all the modules put together. And the validity of IELTS is 2 years, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So we'll be in the end of the session. So my beloved thanks to our advisor, ma'am. So without ma'am, it is not possible for us to do this.
I also extend my sincere thanks to her.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. So without ma'am, it is not possible for us to have such a wonderful session. And my sincere thanks to Deepa, ma'am, IDP. So such a well explained, ma'am. So really, it's a good explanation about overseas education. Thank you so much, ma'am. So thanks a
My
lot.
pleasure conducting this session, sir. Thanks for the students also and the parents to join in the session and ask questions. So I've also mentioned my phone number. In case if you have any doubts, you can feel free to connect with me in the
Yes,
mobile
ma'am.
number on as well, sir. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So thank you, my dear students, teachers, and my dear parents. Thank you all.